How's it guys, Munash here, back with more Alliance War, first war of Season 26, and today I'm going with Quake, Nick Fury, and Warlock. Although we did not have to fight an Apocalypse today, we actually had a Modok boss, which is why I brought the rank 3 Nick Fury. But to be honest, I probably could have done this fight with a 4-star Nick Fury, I'm not even joking. This was one of the weirdest wars I've ever had in Tier 1 because the opponent... I'm really not sure what was going on with the opponent during this war because they died so many times, like it was unbelievable. So first we have a Mr. Sinister with Ebb and Flow knockdown and power drain. So a very simple fight for Warlock, just gotta parry heavy to knock him down whenever he has the protection. Then I get the passive Fury, do a lot more damage, passively heal block him so he can't regen even if I crit. So it's a very easy fight, took a little over 30 seconds and 30 hits and I'm not even boosted. So it's not really a good placement, but I guess it's also not a very difficult node. I mean, it's the first fight on Path 5, so not really a big deal. But their placements in general are also just not very good overall. They placed a rather generous amount of 5 stars, which at first I didn't quite notice until I saw the boss. Then I scouted a little bit more, because they did place a 5-star Modok as the boss, which I was very surprised by because I haven't seen a 5-star boss in a Tier 1 Alliance War during the season in a very long time. I saw one during the off-season recently, but that was a 5-star Mangog. Usually when a 5-star boss is placed, it's a new champ that people aren't very familiar with yet, so I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a Jabari Panther or Mangog as a 5-star boss. But this is Modok, a champ who's been around for a couple of years now. He's not even that difficult as a boss. I mean, there's a couple of skill champs that just ruin him, so it doesn't make sense to place a 5-star as a boss. Rather place a rank 3 Apoco, at least that's a 3 to 4 minute fight with my Warlock. But that wasn't even the worst part about it. I mean, a 5-star boss can still do decent, could get some kills, you know, if the opponent slips up or whatever. But the thing that surprised me the most, well, it wasn't really a surprise by the time I got to the fight, but if I had no prior knowledge about this war, the thing that would have surprised me the most is that the boss was placed with Suicide Masteries, which is why I was saying I probably could have used a 4-star Nick Fury for him, and just let Recoil do half the work. Even the poison damage would be quite nice since, you know, willpower doesn't scale with nodes. So I think it's fair to say that these guys just didn't care about this war, and honestly I'm not sure why. Maybe they didn't realize the season had started, so they were still placing with suicides, and perhaps that's the reason they didn't really try on offense, because they already knew the defense was crap to begin with. So we were never gonna die much. I think we had 3 deaths in total, after all 3 groups had cleared, and they had... They had 62 deaths in total, and to me that is honestly just incredible. That's an average of 2 deaths per member. Like, imagine if every person in the Alliance died twice in a war. Owls for everyone. Like, that is pretty wild if you ask me. I'm quite curious to know how many items they actually used during this war, because I feel like if you're dying 62 times as an Alliance, you're probably not using any items. Or you just forgot how to play the game. Or maybe your pilots just didn't show up, so you actually had to do the fight on your own for a change. Nah, but I'm not gonna make any accusations. I really don't know what's going on. They could just be trying to speedrun getting into Gold 1 for all I know. I just found the whole thing to be a bit strange considering these guys did finish in Master last season. And the thing is, we have done itemless wars, like during the off-season we won't use items, but we will never die 62 times. Sure, some people place with suicides, which makes the fights a bit easier, but still, we will never get anywhere near that number. They also left several fights on the map, like they skipped certain sections like section 2, the right side or the middle. They did double up on certain paths, so they really weren't trying to get that many points in this war. So I wasted a bit of time quaking this thing because I could have just used Nick Fury and gotten him down a lot faster. But of course that was before I knew they had suicide, so I just used my safest option. And that's the last fight I have from this war. I don't know what happened, but apparently I just forgot to hit record before doing my last 3 fights in section 2 and taking the Modok boss. So I was actually shocked after I tried to stop a recording, which I guess never started. Sorry about that, although they weren't the most exciting fights. I just took this Immortal Hulk on Path 1 with Indomitable and Vigor using Warlock. He also had Suicide, so it was a very quick and simple fight. Then I took the Mojo with Buffet and Lionheart, who also had Suicides, although it wasn't as quick because I used Quake. It took a whole 60 seconds, so I was quite sweaty after that. Then there was the Modok boss, who also had Suicides, which took about 85 seconds with Nick Fury. So yeah, I really had my work cut out for me during this war. I mean, it was super tough, really stressful. I had no idea if I was gonna make it out alive, but we persevered and we made it. We won this war, but we had to work pretty hard for it. Yeah, right, I could have died at least 6,000 times to that Modok boss, and we still would have won as long as he went down. I mean, this war was just a complete joke. I was a little bit disappointed because even though I like winning and, it's sometimes nice when it comes easy, I actually wanted a challenge as well and to have a few more interesting fights to showcase. But at least I'll have some more cool fights in War 2, which is happening right now. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.